handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the hands.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now, 180. Check. One, Raider one.
The first carry for the former Hawkeye, Akram Wadley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
We're good. 93. 93. 55. Check, 55. Hey, Delta. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
Throwing now is Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
29.
From the gun, it's Carr. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. This is taken at the 23. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Ready? Ready, 58. 59. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Check 9.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
At the Saints' 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Out of the gun, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On play action, now Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get it.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards and a Panther first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Switch. 20. Gun. 8. SOS.
On second and 11 now. Newton, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 13 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters.
Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. It's a big run that time by Bell. Give him 69 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. James White, his third touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutt's good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To throw is Newton. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for the Panthers. First down. First and 10 at the 37.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You got nothing to run.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1.
Ready? 180. 20. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Great.
From the 50, Newton. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
Newton to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 46-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. White Monday down. 26.
To throw, it's Carr. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Check. 59. I'm here all day. He's coming down. He's coming. Double up.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call...
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
On 1st down, Carr. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Shotgun now for Carr. Johnson's got it complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
485. 93.
On 2nd down and 4, Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Yannick Ngakoue racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. On play action, it's Carr. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Come on, fellas.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Here's McCaffrey, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn. 8. Check, 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 check.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Let's get off the field, D.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Carr. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ready? 180!
Check, no. I don't even know why this team showed up.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the pass.
Now a run with McCaffrey. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
He can't hang. He's not going to get it.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds. And then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. On the carry, it's wobbly. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Down. 180. Deuce right Chief.
They run again with Wadley. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Akram Wadley, his second touchdown on the season. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Let's go, Chief.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Yeah, he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Great.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
From the gun, here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. This is McCaffrey.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Lucky. Mike 5'9".
Now it's Newton. Right side, it's the tight end, Hawkinson.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Check 13. Check 13. 49.
20.
49. Check 49.
8.
Now Newton. Completes it to Lee. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Back to throw. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
A handoff left, McCaffrey, pretty move. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Buying time to his left. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first.
It got his man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Carolina, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Ooh. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ay. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag.